got what looks like a good one. Ah! A couple days ago, my son hooked about an 8 to 14 pound bull trout, and it snapped his line. So I got out my old salmon pole from Alaska. Going after that bad boy in the morning. Had a new reel and some nice strand 12-pound test. Country road, take me home to the place I belong. West Montana, Rocky Mountains. Hey, good day fishing. We got a bunch of good lures. Let's see what Josiah picks. Basically. Are those some of your top candidates?
Well, it's the ones that look like the fish. None of these.
Oh, this is the same site that a really big one, probably an 8 to 14 pound bull trout, broke Josiah's line twice. So we're set up and ready to go with 12-pound test and my salmon reel. Well, he went with the double-bladed Panther Martin. And a perfect cast over to the other edge there. Bringing it right through the same pool that he got the big one on last Sunday. Now it's Thursday. Hit hard. Big, hit hard. Yeah, I got all the eggs, huh? To you, you're the old man in the sea here. You know, that lure there was recommended to me by the guys at Snappy's as a really good lure for bull trout. Boy, it hit hard again, didn't it? Yeah, that was a cast clear down to where I was fishing. Now don't work them too hard. You might come down, walk down the stream a little bit. Stick with us and we'll come back to this one. We're just using eggs, regular Potski fireballs. I also got some great big looking eggs with some glitter on them. I put about one of those with the others. Makes it pretty irresistible. You guys, does everybody watching know how to tie a fisherman's knot? You hold it, then you go about 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 is good enough. 1 for good measure. Pull it through just a little bit. Put it through the loop and tighten it evenly so that when it ends up, it looks like this. Well, this trip has been kind of a first in that my YouTube account bought my gas money. Thank you for all of you that support this channel. Appreciate it. Well, I had a good hit that took my bobber down about a foot, but I had a little too much slack. I couldn't quite set the hook. another bite. Something took her down really good. Basically floating eggs down through here. Oh, I got a good one, Josiah.
I can see him.
Good one. It's okay. It's okay. It's
Okay.
It's a good fish.
You got the net?
Oh, that's a nice one. It's a big one. No, I don't want to.
That's a beautiful fish.
There we go. That's some good eating right there. All right, well, we're in business.
Nice.
I think you should fish with this pole, and I'll fix that other one up for. Can you grab that rope for us, please?
I might keep trying up to go a little bit. I just put a split shot on that right now, so it might be spin move.
Once we locate and know exactly where they're laying, you can usually get some more. That's probably a close to 2-pound trout here. Oh, is that a bite? Solid ball right there. Another hit. Well, my line was loose and I didn't quite knock it.
We got one.
You got one?
Yep.
Nice. Yeah, that was a cast. Clear it down to where I was fishing. Now don't work them too hard. You might come down, walk down the stream a little bit.
I just don't want to lose touch and lose him.
Yeah. You'd have a little better angle if you got down here a little bit closer.
Don't try red and white one. That's big.
Boy, you had a heck of a cast. You casted about 2 blocks.
What is it?
Jeez, it's been on that pole pretty good. I'll go down here and see if I can get a look. Not too hard, not too hard now. I don't have that drag set very light. Just give him time, give him time. It could be a big one.
It just feels like a pretty big one. He's not, it's like he hasn't risen at all.
He's keeping deep. There's my pole, don't step on it. You got a good sized fish.
Did you hit the drag? I can feel it cooking some. What's I hit? How does it feel like I hit a rock though?
It seemed like Josiah's line was moving around, and I don't quite understand that it ended up just being a rock, but that's what happened.
It's all good. It might have been because I was moving it, or I was like, I thought I was fighting a fish, so I was like moving it from side to side.
Woo, you got a good one. Oh, look at that big one. Oh, that is a good sized fish.
It's really funny. Get him out of the water.
Keep your rod tip low. That's a Dolly Varden.
That's cool.
Whoo-wee. Look at that baby, a nice Dolly Varden. Man, I had one hit the bobber, and then a minute later, it actually hit the hook. Oh, that's out.
The bobber. I must have thought the bottom of the bobber was an egg or something.
That was crazy, man. I've never had one hit the bobber before.
Huh.
Another nice one, about the same size. Thank you. There's Bigfoot up on that hillside watching us. He's telling his friends that he's seen us, but they don't believe him. Yeah, not too tight, just tight enough. Now walk with it a little. Don't. It's right about there they've been hitting it. Get ready. Keep walking. Keep walking. Clear out to that rock on the end. Well, that's where you want to be. You were definitely in the right spot. Hi, Mom. This is sure a smooth, nice new reel.
Yeah.
I'm so used to fishing with old junk that barely works that I almost don't know what to do with this thing.
Ah. Oh, you're out the bridge,
Hungry horse boy fishing, you know.
I'd have to sue Mom, basically. Because I'd have to switch my life back.
Down a little further now. Geez, my bobber went down for the longest time and I just reeled really super fast and I almost felt it was still on there. Yeah, I gotta keep it tighter. It's kind of hard though when you drift that far down. Well, I don't know how you guys spell relaxation, but this is how I spell it. Well, we've been blessed with two nice ones. Got any recipe ideas?
Thanks.
Nice herb butter, that sounds good.
Butterflies are landing in all my stuff.
I'm going to put it in a place that I haven't fished for a little while because I've been going back and forth, back and forth. squaw fishing all the way down. Go up Whoa, he's keeping down deep. Look at him go upriver like that. Wow, he's staying about 6 feet deep.
Yeah, that bobber's. Oh, there it is.
Boy, everyone's putting up a good fight. Oh, look at him go. Man. That sure put up a big fight. It's not quite as big as the other ones. Man, it sure had the energy.
Yeah. It's panning. I'm trying to read. Yeah, put up a better fight than the last one.
I think I'll let him go. He put up such a dandy fight.
Yeah.
He fought for his life, and I gave it to him.
The balanced hunter.
Good to be in Montana in times of COVID, you know, when it got serious. I came back from Texas up here, because here I know I could live if I had to. Well, Montana, West Slope, native cutthroat trout. These fish have never seen a hatchery, bred and born in the wild. What a perfect fishing hole, huh? Incher and almost 16-incher. Firm and tasty and bursting with flavor. Eating them an hour after they were alive is just incredible. I have gotten to play 37 countries with my music. And I find two of the most universal things in the world are music and fishing. Mountain biking has been with me a long, long time. And when I was living in Uganda and doing music there, I rode my mountain bike down by the Nile River, like down by Lake Victoria. And the grass was so tall that I was pedaling real fast and then putting my feet on the handlebars so the green mambas and stuff wouldn't get me going through that grass. And I came down that little remote trail and I found a fishing hut. And I began to talk with the guys. And I said, yeah, I was a commercial fisherman also in Kodiak, Alaska. And that really opened us up. And we started talking a lot about fishing. And they said, you see Louis there? We throw our nets out at night. He was throwing the nets out at night. And all of a sudden, a 40-foot, whatever kind of snake they got over there. And all of a sudden, a giant 40-foot snake that big around swam up and wrapped itself around him, and he was dying, and the rest of us went over there with machetes and started hacking away at the snake, and we saved his life. And I thought that was pretty cool. But anyway, fishing is really universal, and the Bible has a great fishing story. Jesus had found these fishermen on the Sea of Galilee, and now the whole events had gone full circle, and the fishermen are back out on the Sea of Galilee, after Jesus' crucifixion. Peter had felt like he had let down the Lord with his denial, and so he went back to fishing, and the other disciples went out fishing with him. They came to the shore, and there they saw the Lord with a campfire. And Jesus said, "Hey, fellas, did you catch any fish?" And they said, "No." He said, "Well, throw your net on the other side." They did, and they caught 153 big fish. And then when Peter knew it was the Lord, he jumped out of the boat and ran toward him. And Jesus said to him, "Peter, do you love me more than these?" Now, I don't know what these were. It could have been the other disciples, or it could have been fishing. I don't know about you, but I've always loved fishing. When I was 5 years old, my dad was a rugged Montana homesteader, and he'd let me go down to these little lakes by the river all by myself. So I'd be down there 5 years old trying to fish, and I've loved it ever since. So Jesus may have been referring to, "Peter, do you love me more than all these fish and this fishing and this lifestyle?" And Peter said, "Yeah, Lord, you know that I do." And Jesus reinstated Peter at that time. Now, I don't know about you, but there's times when I blow it, and maybe, now if you've ever felt like you've let down the Lord, know that he is alive and he's coming after you and he's seeking you out. He's wanting to reinstate you, and you can come back home. All right, how about a silly joke? These two guys had always argued whether Jesus was black or white. And as fate happened, they both died on the same day. And when they ran into the pearly gates, the first question they asked St. Peter is, "We've always argued whether Jesus is black or white. Now what is it? Tell us." About then, Jesus rose up and said, "Buenos dias."